Welcome to MCG University. In this video, we will be discussing how to create a sales order. There's quite a few ways to actually create a sales order, whether through automation, e-commerce, carrying over from blanket agreements or sales quotes. But in this case, we're just going to manually create a sales order from scratch. So you can place a sales order in your common function areas, or traditionally through the menu, you can see that the sales orders in the sales AR section. And of course, you've got the rest of the flow of documentation associated with the sales cycle. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the sales order, and it's going to open up to an in the add mode for a sales order. I'm going to select a customer. And the only other field you need to have at the header level is the delivery date. A lot of customers, we have the delivery date has set as an automatic, 7 days after the posting date or 5 days after today's date or what it may be. But if you want to just select today's date, you can pick any character actually on the keyboard and just click tab and it'll select today's date. So you'll notice the different tabs here. You have the Contents tab, which we'll come back to, but this is basically all of your items, quantities, pricing, everything like that that a customer would see. The Logistics tab is where are you shipping it to, who do you bill. This is all information that flows from the customer master. You have some procurement options, approval options. Do you allow partial delivery? Meaning if you have a sales order and it's 100 quantity and you only have 90, are you going to be able to deliver on that? And it's a procurement process. Basically, if these are either drop shipments or non-drop shipments, if you add that sales order, it'll automatically click to generate a purchase order straight from the next screen. In the Accounting tab, again, it's pulling all of the customer information, default information associated with it. There's a lot of fields here that you can utilize or not. And of course, you've got the employee and the owner record of this particular document that you're creating for auditing purposes. And attachments are available to add at any time to this document and can be carried over to any of the future documents. So if you're taking a sales order and you're copying it to your deliveries and your invoices, you can also add that feature. So if you can see that you traditionally have an item or a service type, service is really just if you're billing them for a service and you're going to go straight to a GL account. But here I'm going to focus on the item sales order. I've added this column through form settings, which is the type. And if you go to form settings and select type and just make that visible, because most of the time that will not be visible when you first start. So that is the option to add that column. This column just gives you the ability to just insert some text. So if you wanted to just say, please see attached, see listed items, that will show up on the Content tab of your sales order. And then you can go right into the searching for the item. Of course, you can select tab and it'll pull up a list of all your items with any filtration you've already put in there. And of course, you can go through and filter things there. But if you know the item in question, you can just start typing and the system will filter this information for you as you go. So I'm going to select that item and I'm going to just choose a quantity here. Now, all of these fields here are, again, through form settings and can be added and removed just like we did before. And you can see that right from the screen, you can really see what's going on with a particular item and a particular warehouse. So here we are actually looking at the specific scenario of this warehouse. Okay, you can also see what is in stock for the entire company with the same kinds of fields. Okay, So here we'll see this is just in stock, committed, ordered, and that is across the company. And then here we see quantity in warehouse, quantity in warehouse committed, or quantity in warehouse ordered. And these are specific to this warehouse. Okay, so right straight from the start, without doing too much, you can really get a good picture of what's going on with the inventory for that item. You also have a lot of very quick and easy methods to get a lot more information. So you have what's called available to promise, which really gives you a detailed look at what's going on with this item. What do you have on orders? What do you have coming in? What do you have going out? And of course, all the different quantities associated with that. And you also have what's called delivery schedule details. Now, these are two things that you can turn on or off depending on your business. So it's not as if you need to, activate something special. It's just a flag, yes or no, to activate these functions. So here you can see that since there is an appropriate amount of allocated quantity, it automatically set that in the delivery schedule details. So if you were short, if you did not have enough quantity to fulfill the order, it would let you know, and it would automatically pop there. Okay. This gives you a pretty good indication of what you're going to do. Now, if also there's a quick way to get to the entire pricing structure within your system. So obviously it's automatically given you the discount and the price associated for this customer and for this item. But if you click on the price report, really gives you a big picture of all the different pricing associated with this item and this customer. So you can see that there is some special pricing. You can see the discounts available for them. You can see the quantities necessary to get those discounts over here. So really quickly, while we're talking to the customer on the phone, you can clearly identify that, hey, there's some extra discounts available for this customer if we can get them to that next level. So right now, if you've ordered 5, but hey, by the way, you can get a discount, if a 10% discount if you order 20 of them. Okay, and in this case, you can obviously just change the quantity there, and it automatically detecting those discounts, and will give it associated with. So as you go through this process, you identify the different items, and you can go ahead and click Add to create that sales order. You can also navigate back to that sales order if there were any extra changes you needed to make. You have a freight section down here, which allows you to add freight charges associated to it. And of course, this is all done at the sales order level, so there's no journal entry. This is just a document that can be modified up to a certain extent. And that's basically how you create a sales order. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to Michell Consulting Group, and visit us at mitchellgroup.com for more information.